I've always been interested in well-being generally, but I had a very busy career in the corporate world, so I was travelling about a lot, doing really long hours, and although I was really interested in health and well-being, and I thought I was looking after myself, it wasn't until all of a sudden, on a regular checkup, I suddenly found out that I had breast cancer, completely out the blue, and so boom, overnight, my life completely changed. I was very lucky to have been put in touch with a health and wellness coach through a very good friend of mine. I was very lucky to have that opportunity. And I started learning about really what well-being meant. I realised while I was being coached myself that suddenly the penny dropped. This is what I want to do. I want to be helping other people. I'd had a lot of cancer in my family. So I already had been through experiences which were unpleasant to see for loved family members. I've always wanted to help people and I've always had that nature about me, but I just didn't know how I was going to do it. And so in some respects, people think I'm quite mad when I say this, but I actually think I was very lucky to have had cancer, and I think if I hadn't have had that massive bop on the head with something as obvious as that to make me stop in my tracks and think, actually this is what you should be doing, I don't think I would have ever gone down that path. So in a way I do think that had to happen for me to get that change of career and realise that this is what I wanted to do. I work with people that have had cancer and obviously once they've been through their treatment programs with the doctors in the conventional terms, I then help to build up their immune system and re-educate them so that they, going forward, know exactly what they need to do to minimise any more reoccurrences. So it's really giving them back the control to them and making them feel confident about moving forward with their lives, which is really important after you've been through something as devastating as that. So I've got those kind of customers on my base, and also very much so people that are living very stressful lives, and it generally tends to be people in the corporate world who are really living a fast-paced life. And I kind of think I'm quite well placed for this because it was me, 10 years ago. I worked all hours. I probably didn't, well, I know I didn't look after myself as well as I should have done. So I understand the pressures from a corporate background. I understand where these people are having the challenges through their lifestyle. It is a whole package, and I think people don't realise that when we talk about wellness, because they instantly think it's gym and it's going on diets and maybe having some smoothies and and it's actually about an awful lot more than that. It's about all the things, we're just going back to basics really, but it's all the things we've forgotten about over the years that people just don't engage with. Their mind and their body is just not engaged anymore, so they tend to lose that connection, and it's about putting that connection back to them. Companies themselves are starting to recognise the importance of well-being within a company structure, and so a well-being package can be quite important to attracting good talent to your company, but also obviously it helps with absenteeism. So if you've got a well workforce, then you're going to have much higher productivity with that workforce. And I think staff morale as well is another big thing. If you're seen as an employer to be looking after your staff, then you really have an angle there that means that you care about them, and if you care about them, they're going to give you the quality of work that you want in order to make your company shine and to really push yourself up into that sort of level of productivity that you need to grow your business really. And I think it's really important. So particularly the sort of medium-sized companies upwards, it's a great thing to offer to your employees. When I was going through my own coaching program, there were things I had to buy, so I had to change certain things I was doing. So let's just say, for argument's sake, I was told that I needed Celtic sea salt in my food every day and my water. So I had to go off and buy that product. So there was lots of little products along the way that I needed to change over to. And what I found myself doing was buying them from different web shops, and some things I had to buy from Amazon. So I was reaching out to lots of different retailers for different items because some of them were potentially classed as specialists. And so what I realised I wanted to do was actually form a web shop of my own and bring everything that I knew of that we needed into one place. So when I formed my web shop, when I was looking at the brands that I wanted to bring in, I wanted to make sure that they were the top brands and that the products that they had were the top end of the organic scale. So we're talking sort of 60-70% upwards in terms of real organic value, and that anything that they did have in there ingredient wise, if it had to be in there that wasn't completely natural, there was a reason for it being there, and that it was still, you know, there are some laws, there's certain preservatives you have to have by law in some of your ingredients. So it was very much about, you know, having a trustworthy place. You know, at least I have a web shop that people can go to, and you know, I have lots of customers on there that I may not have necessarily come into contact with at all via the coaching. I have had challenges along the way. Like everybody, when you start a new business, particularly if it's a career change, then there's a lot to learn. I think people believe that digital marketing and seeing things online is you know, easy, and you know, if you're working from home and you've got that flexibility, they think that you've got it made, but it just isn't like that, because in actual fact you have to work a hell of a lot harder because you have to stand out from the crowd. It's really important to build up your audience, and when I first embarked upon the social media and digital marketing, I was again quite naive, I guess, because I thought, you know, that's a great platform to sell to people. You have to put the content out there. It's really important to, you know, give free content to people and help them get to know you and what you're about and what your expertise is, far more so than it is to say, do you know what, this is a great product, click on this, or click on this and I'm going to help you with such and such. You've really got to really let people see you and really, you know, put yourself out there on that platform way before you get a transactional sale from something. And I think that is where a lot of people go wrong. I've met some fantastic people along the way, so really to be in that industry, it's a lovely industry to be in, and I've made some fantastic connections with people, and I know that I can then work with them. So, you know, I've collaborated with people, and we do presentations together and workshops together, and I think, you know, it's great to be able to have that interaction, particularly if you're running your own business on your own. It can be a very lonely place, so it's great to collaborate with new people as well, and I enjoy that aspect. So, you know, I think I've kind of enjoyed all aspects of it. You know, there are days, like everybody, where you just think, God, what am I doing? You know, this is really, you have your tough days and you think it's, you know, what, is this the right thing for me? But it quickly goes away. When I'm in front of somebody and they need my help and they're really at a point in their life where they are not achieving what they want to achieve, then when they turn to me and say, do you know what, I don't know what to do, I think I need your help, I'm on cloud nine, because that's what I love to do, it's what I'm passionate about. It's just what I want to do, is to just help them get over that and find a way forward, whatever their issues are.